took the test yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the skills check-off portion. So those of you that passed the test can go ahead and start getting ready to practice your skills. We're not going to take the check-off till sometime to the end of next week, so everybody feels very comfortable with what they need to do to pass the check-off, okay? So today I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go over the steps, and then I'm going to actually demonstrate for you, and I'm going to recruit somebody to come help, okay? But I will walk you through what you need to do to help, okay? You should all have this sheet. I gave it to you when you handed in your test to me yesterday. So everybody, unless you weren't here, in which case I have extras for you. And it's just the exact same thing that we did, we learned about, okay? But it's going to involve 2 people. That way we can, it's a two-person rescue thing. Okay, so the first person, you know, what do? The first thing you do? Scene is safe. Okay, so we're going to, scene is safe, okay? And then we are going to have our victim. What are we going to say? Are you okay? Okay, and then I'm going to say, you, call 911 and get the AED, okay? Then I'm going to check for pulse and breathing. How long do I check? Less than 10 seconds, right? Okay, then what do I do? Start high, you got it. You got some your high quality CPR, starting with chest compression. When you get here, you'll be able to see the V where the rib cage is, okay? So obviously you don't want to do compressions on their stomach, okay? That's not going to be helpful. So it's between the nipple line right here is where you're going to want to put your hands, right? We're going to put one down, this part of your hand, okay? Because this is where you're going to be able to put the most weight. You're going to interlace your fingers, okay? Don't worry, we're all going to have a chance to come see. Yes.
Does it matter which hand you're on?
No, whichever one you're comfortable with.
Another question.
Yes.
When you're doing compressions, do you lift your hands in this motion, or is it just like a constant?
It's constant straight down. You're going to put your hands down, interlock. The pressure is going to be on this part of your hand. Remember, lock your arms. Remember from the movie how we locked your arms? Most of you guys are, well, all except friends of mirror are girls, okay? So we don't have as much upper body strength. So you want to make sure you're leaning your whole body weight onto the victim. So, because remember, how much do we need to compress?
2 inches.
2 inches, right. So as Rebecca is off getting the AED and calling 911, I'm starting chest compressions with my linked arms, and I'm counting to 30. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, if you're doing it hard enough, it clicks. You hear how it clicked?
Does it click in their real body?
We have, I think we have 12 of the pocket masks, but everybody's getting their own blue valve. Okay, it's in a bag with your name. Okay, sweetie. Okay. Oh, okay. So it's in a bag with your name on it with an alcohol swab. Okay. So everybody's going to swab theirs off, and you're going to keep it in a Ziploc bag with your name in it. Okay. Because we don't have enough of these for everybody to have one, but everybody gets their own valve. So you put the valve in. You put the mask. Now remember, you want to get a good seal, right? So the pointed part goes over the nose. And this takes a little bit of getting used to, is getting a good seal. And like I said, remember the mannequin's face is different than yours. Okay? So we're going to hold onto the jaw so we can lift. Remember, it needs to go all the way back. Hold here to get a seal. Am I getting chest rise? No. So we're going to redo. Does this one do chest rise? We'll see. Not all of them do chest rise. Let's look.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
I don't either.
Oh.
Okay, so you gotta blow hard on this one.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay, so if you push hard enough and blow hard enough, you can get chest rise on this particular mannequin. How long do you give each breath over?
1 second.
1 second, then the second breath over 1 second, and then immediately start again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, you're gonna keep doing this until Rebecca shows up, okay, with your AED. Okay, she's gonna show up. She's also gonna show up with a bag and mask. Okay? This is a good time, once you get the AED on and it starts to analyze, switch. Because you are exhausted, okay? That's hard. Okay? And depending on how long it takes your person to get here, like I only did it like once and I'm out of breath, okay? So you've been probably done 5 rounds of that and you're like exhausted. So the quality of your high quality CPR is becoming low quality CPR. So we only have one fake AED, okay? So everybody's not gonna get to practice with it every time, okay? So you just have to pretend. But for the test, we have a real one, or this one. Okay. It has 2 sets of pads. It has the adult and the PD, okay? We're gonna do adult and we're gonna do PD, okay? So as I am continuing doing CPR, Rebecca's gonna do what? Okay, that was a question on the test some people got wrong. Okay, first thing we always do is turn it
This
on.
is a training device only. No shock will be delivered.
That's good to know. Okay, remember,
Remove clothing from person's chest.
okay, and it tells you right on here, right, where to put it. So this one, and remember, I'm still doing CPR. So you're gonna stick, and these have been used so many times, they don't stick well. Like I said, okay? Then it's gonna say, we may have to do something about that.
Should tape it.
Yeah, and then we're going to plug it in.
This is a training device
Yeah,
only.
we know.
No shock will be delivered.
Okay, place pad.
Analyzing rhythm.
What do we do? What do you do? Clear. Arm rising heart rhythm. No shock advised. Continue CPR. At which point we have switched, okay? Because we're tired. I'm tired, okay? So this, normally you want to switch how often? Every 2 minutes, okay? So when the AED, it analyzes about every 2 minutes. So that's a good time to switch. When we switch, Rebecca, honey, come. You don't actually have to do it, just, you'll be doing it. I'm gonna take this, and we're gonna use the bag mask, because if you're in the hospital, this is what you're gonna have. So it's also a lot easier to keep the person in position when we're using our bag mask, okay? If it'll fit on, you know what? It may not, let's see. Yeah, great. I don't know if this one's gonna work. We'll try, see if it works. Yeah. Okay. So we'll use the bag mask, okay? If you can't get great chest rise with it, that's okay. See you. I'm just trying to see if I can get chest rise with it. So just that you have practice with doing it by mouth, and then also practice doing it with the bag mask, okay? And again, it's hard to get chest rise on mannequins because the face, this just doesn't conform real well, okay? So, what was our first step? Scene is safe.
Yes.
Second safe. Are you okay? Are you okay? Send somebody. Get the AED. Call 911. Check for breathing and pulse for no more than 10 seconds. No pulse, no breathing, start CPR, okay? The other person comes, they turn on the AED. Somehow we're gonna make these a little more sticky. We're gonna stick the pads on. It's gonna say, you're gonna plug them in, and then it's gonna say analyzing, at which point we are switching. The person who brought the AED is gonna be in position to do chest compressions. The person who brought the AED, or the person who did the chest compressions is gonna take over breathing. At this point, we're gonna do the bag mask, okay, just so that you have practice using it. Sometimes it's hard to hold, and if you push it against your knee, okay, it's easier to squeeze, because sometimes your hands aren't big enough, and this mask is this bag is fairly large, okay? The reason we're doing this is very difficult to have two people, one doing this and the other one down breathing. You can do it, but it's easier with the bag mask, okay? It also gives you practice with it, okay? You're gonna do a couple rounds, we're gonna be done, okay? That way I've seen both people do chest compressions, and I've seen both people do breathing, okay? Then we're gonna do the baby. And the person who was the first rescuer with this one is gonna be the second rescuer with the baby, okay? So Rebecca would be the first rescuer here. And how do we, what do we do first?
Clear.
Scene is safe, okay? And then she's gonna tell me, you call 911 and get an AED. Then she's gonna go, are you okay? Are you okay? Where do we check for pulse? Brachial, right, okay? For no more than 10 seconds. I got no pulse, I got no breathing. Okay, when you are the solo rescuer, how do you do your the fingers? The baby does not click, okay? No clicking on the baby. It's also, this is really dirty, so it's pretty easy to tell, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, 11. And how many do I do by myself? 30, okay? And then I'm gonna take my little itty bitty baby mask. Okay. Again, hard to get a seal, but we'll see if we can do it. Yep. Oh, that one breathes better. Okay. Than the adult. Okay. Then we'll do a couple rounds of that. Then the AED person shows up. What do we do with this? Turn it on. Which set of pads are we going to use this time? The pediatric pad. What would you do with the clothing in the real situation? Take it off. This baby, the clothes don't come off. Okay, and at least they don't think so. No. Okay, so we will, now this baby is really little. So there is no way that we're gonna be able to fit these on without overlapping. Do you remember how we do that? One on the front and one on the back, okay? Okay, so we still need to have room for you to be able to do CPR. So one on the front and one on the back. At that point, then we plug it in, it's gonna say analyzing, and just like before, we're gonna switch, okay? And at that point, yes, so we have our little baby bag mask, okay? So we'll do our baby bag mask, but at this point, like she said, you were changing how you do it. We're doing it, what, in case, like this, with 2 thumbs, okay? Now what is the compression rate? 15 to 2, right, that's the only time, okay? And if we didn't have the PD pads, what would we do? Use the adult ones, correct, okay? But we're lucky we have the PD pads, okay, so we can use them. And even those on an infant is really big, okay? And pretty much that's what we're gonna do. So it's not gonna be that hard. I promise you're gonna practice, we're gonna practice, we're gonna practice. We're gonna do it in groups of 2, so everybody's gonna get to practice. Remember, we have, I think, 12 of these, but everybody gets their own to put your mouth on, okay? Okay. So everybody, it's in a bag, it has your name on it. has an alcohol swab on it, so clean it out really good, and then make sure you keep it in the bag with your name on it, okay? And you have your checkoff sheet, it is up there, and it tells you exactly what to do, okay? So, scene is safe. Are you okay? Are you okay? Call 911, get an AED. No breathing, no pulse. Start chest compressions, 30 to 2. Chest compressions, 30 to 2. The person shows up. They're gonna put the AED on, and those pads stick somehow. Plug them in, and then it's gonna say analyzing. You're gonna say everyone clear. We're gonna switch, because I'm tired, okay, because I've just done multiple rounds. At which point, we are switching to the bag mask, okay? She's gonna do chest compressions. What is our rate with 2 people, an adult? 30 to 2, okay? Do a couple rounds of that, and then we'll be done. Then the first person who did chest compressions is gonna be the AED person the next time, okay? So the person that got the AED is gonna be the person with the baby. How do we check if the baby's okay? Right, because we don't want to have a shaken baby syndrome. Okay.
So
Yes,
if not everyone's gonna use the AED, can we just put a 2-minute timer on our phones then?
Yeah, absolutely. Or you just pretend.
Okay.
You say pad, analyzing, clear, unclear, are you clear? And then shock advised or no shock advised, begin CPR. Okay, you just pretend. Yes.
When you're ensuring the scene safety, do you actually have to say like the scene is safe?
You for the checkoff, you have to say the scene is safe. If you were the only person there, saying it out loud, I guess if it helps you to remember it, the scene is safe, but for the checkoff, you've got to say the scene is safe, okay, so that we know that you remember to look for it. But if you're the only person there, and you're in an empty room, the scene is okay, any other questions, guys, before we start practicing? Yes?
What's shaken baby syndrome?
Okay, that's a good question, not related to this, but good to this. Okay, there's something where babies, their heads, how you always say, always protect the baby's head when you're holding it. Babies cry a lot, and some people don't have a lot of patience, and they will shake the baby. Shut up, be quiet, be quiet. It causes something called shaken baby syndrome, where literally the baby's brain is bouncing back and forth off of the skull. Okay, it will kill the baby. Okay, or they'll be brain dead. So that's obviously something we want to avoid, which is why we're tapping the foot. But that's what shaken baby syndrome is. So
What about like when you
good to go. Thanks, Jessica.